Anytime that you can settle for computing a less precise answer, you're going to get a performance win. I'm Joanna Smith, and I'm going to show you how to balance the drive for perfection against the need for perfect performance while still keeping your users perfectly happy. Approximation is all about cutting corners and making things good enough for users, and then convincing developers that it's okay to do that. Consider a trip planner app that uses the user's location to offer reminders to get gas, or suggestions on where to eat, or cool things to see. Now, the app doesn't need the device's location down to the foot to do this. A zip code might actually be all it needs until the user accepts a suggestion and then asks for navigation directions. That would be the moment to increase the GPS precision. And this is approximation in action, using less time, calculating a less precise result that still meets the user's current need. So, how much time is your app wasting with a more precise result when something less precise would not be noticed by the user? Put in this light, the potential for savings from approximation is everywhere. Like with our trip planner app, while the user is driving down that long road, it's not necessary to pull the server for updates exactly every 5 minutes. Instead, your app could batch and schedule requests less precisely and less frequently to save battery, which the user will need if they get a flat. The app could also calculate a path between 2 cities on the trip and then use the estimated travel time to set an alarm for some future time when it will wake up, turn on the GPS, and start offering suggestions again. Because until there's a point of interest nearby worth offering to the user, there really isn't much use in tracking the user's location along that long, empty highway. And of course, there are approximations as simple as allowing your images to be slightly lower resolution in order to save memory space and increase rendering speed. Because when the user is scrolling through a list of potential stops along the road, they don't need the fully detailed image yet. You can load that when they are contemplating the decor of their chosen restaurant. Now I'm going to say this again, so listen this time. For a large majority of your code, you don't need 100% exact results. By demanding less from your hardware and still giving users everything they need, you can potentially gain a lot for your frame rate and for the device's battery life. So at its core, approximation is all about trade-offs, which in reality is just like everything else in performance. And that's why you need to check out the rest of our Android performance patterns content and consider joining our G+ community for tips, tricks, and help. So keep calm, profile your code, and always remember, perf matters.